Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart. The structure of the market right now resembles consolidation, but there is one important information that I need to pay attention to, and this is this bullish spike higher, the overnight gap. Okay, this is giving me bullish bias. So even though we are going sideways, I'm mainly thinking about buying, not really thinking about selling, even though we're gonna reach the resistance. Because we traded up so strongly, this is giving me definitely bullish bias. So right now what I can see is we are pushing back above the EMA. I have to draw a short-term channel. I have a new high first entry long. I'm looking for second entry long at the EMA to follow the trend line rule. We didn't get it, and we have a breaking new high. So right now I'm going to pause looking to go long, but I'm still not really looking to go short. As I explained, it was too bullish, and the reason number two is there's a potential wider channel that I can draw something like this. So this is why I am not thinking about selling it. Can I go long on a second entry? I cannot. Okay, even though the wider channel looks okay, remember, we were still in a consolidation. The first channel played out, and you are right at the resistance. So this is something I keep in back of my mind. So this is conflicting area. I cannot sell due to bullish bias, and I cannot go long because we are at the top of the trade range. So I'm just waiting patiently. You can see it's quite choppy. I'm still not really looking for trades. You are around the key level here. We're quite going sideways. Nothing much established. I'm just waiting patiently, and finally I can see market keeps trending higher. This means I have to redraw bigger channel because the push phase is strong and the trend right now is a little bit more structured. You can see price action keeps working up. So the bias now is easy to identify. We have nice confirmed channel, which means I'm only looking for reasons to go long. I want to see second entry long at the EMA or the trend line. I'm going to reset the count at each new high. First entry long, count reset. New high, I'm going to draw the downtrend. First entry long, okay. Can I get a second entry long? And I have a second entry long at the EMA. I have a new high, first entry long, pull back, second entry long. You cannot go long above bearish bar. So if you want to go long because context is very strong, you need to wait for a double bar entry. The secondary bar is okay enough. I like this trade. I waited for trigger, dropped to limit order because it's a second entry long. You can also see potential kill at the bottom, but more important, the context is very clear. When the context is this strong, I like risking second entry long as a double bar entry because you can see clear uptrend, no conflicting variables. You're at key entry points. And this is first great hyperbolic setup for today. Market continues to go higher. Okay, and we are still trading the bullish trend. Okay, I keep resetting the counts. I want to see second entry long at the EMA. Okay, new high, first entry long. I cannot take it. Gonna draw a small consolidation. And I have a second entry long again. And again, double bar entry. You cannot go long above this bar. You need to wait for the bullish bar. And if there's going to be a break above its high, then you can enter. And this right here is also failed breakout because we're going sideways. So you're fitting the breakout with the direction of the trend, which is bullish. It's a second entry long, failed breakout, and another great hyperbolic setup. Option is new high and a great trade. New high, count reset, first entry long. Okay, market keeps going higher. I don't see no good trade now. What I can see is that EMA keeps holding and market keeps trending up. Okay, the break is too tiny. So I actually looked at higher time frame. I was also looking at NQ to kind of identify the best channel. And I can also see that there's potential channel something like this because I can really work with these two swings right here that allows me to draw a channel in play. But more importantly, you can still tell that the channel is in play by how structured the trend is, how EMA keeps holding. So you're still thinking about buying, you're still thinking about long trades, you're not really selling top, or you're potentially just managing runners here. Okay, market is correcting down. We're pushing above EMA and we have a new low, first entry short failure. If I'm gonna get a failed second entry short above EMA, that's a great trade I would consider. You have a failed second entry short here, but problem is it's not full at the EMA at all. So even though the context is great, it's simply too far from the EMA. I cannot take it. We are breaking new high, so right now I'm gonna pause looking to go long. Okay, we're going sideways, but we're back above EMA and market keeps trending higher quite strongly. Okay, so as you can see, the market is still very bullish, still very structured. So I can take into consideration secondary channel because I still have very clear higher highs and higher lows. I was looking for something like this. Okay, you have potential overshoot. Actually, not really, it's borderline. Okay, you can see very close to the overshoot. If you're not sure, just be patient in this scenario. Okay, if I'm managing scenario like this, when the main channel fulfill its destination and the market looks like continuation pattern and I'm looking for additional channel, I generally like to see something like high low or double trap. I generally skip the first second entry because I don't want to just push the pattern on the market. The first channel played out, this is the secondary one, so I kind of want to make sure I know what I'm doing. You end up having visual to like a pullback here. You definitely cannot really go long below EMA, but then you have the secondary bar here above EMA. You have a new high, first entry long, second entry long, counter reset, first entry long, second entry long again. I mean, this is not a bad trade, but you have to take the secondary bar. The closing above EMA is important when we're dealing with the channel like this. It's a decent trade. I can mark it a little bit more aggressive. Not fully super textbook yet, but it's a decent trade. Entering on the secondary bar. Okay, I have overshoot of the channel again. Okay, we can see we have downtrend working lower. There is no break about this bar. Market is correcting. Okay, you have high low here, but it's below EMA as a doji. This is important. Once again, it's below EMA. This is not great. We're pushing higher. I don't think you can go long here. I don't see no good trade here. And this is where it got really confusing because let me zoom out. Now, we have a break new high for this channel, or if I'm gonna draw it just a tad wider, it has massive overshoot. Okay, because what I can do, let's say basically I'm gonna draw it like this. Okay, I can have massive overshoot if I'm gonna keep it in play, but I cannot really find any other channel, you know, so much empty room. This is too big, nothing really fits that well. What I was doing is I was playing a channel like this, but already I can tell that the market is a little bit overbought because I cannot simply find a good channel that doesn't have overshoot, okay, and that would really fit this market structure. Market just keeps trending higher quite strongly, which is unusual without a bigger pattern. You know, you always want to have some big pattern, generally not just this short term medium pattern right here. But market is bullish, so we just have to navigate the price action. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, new high, first entry long. Second entry long didn't trigger above the bullish bar, so we cannot go long. There is no entry. And honestly, even the second entry long had it triggered. Hopefully it makes sense why you're a little bit leery of this, why it's better to get the high low. Because you cannot find a good channel that doesn't have overshoot. So it looks overbought, but there is no entry, nothing. Okay, you have a high low, but it's an inside bar, and honestly, I was looking more for failed second entry short because the pullback got quite strong. Can I get a failed second entry short? You actually have a second entry long, failed second entry short, double high probability setup, but it's not the EMA. Had this bar been closer to the EMA, it's a nice double high probability setup. Okay, and now confirmation that the bulls are back in the market, but it's not for the EMA. I mean, you get some high low here, nice tail, but once again, you know, quite close to these highs. How much room we have? Not much room. Maybe aggressive trader can consider not the best trade. Okay, this played out. So even our channel right now has a break new high. I'm just gonna be patient. You can see we're just going sideways. I still cannot find no good secondary pattern, so you're gonna be patient. And now it's getting way too late. Market is about to close. So this is the overall structure for today. It was a very nice trading day. You have to be careful looking to go short right here. Hopefully it makes sense that once you have this massive bullish bias, you are mainly thinking about buying. Also, as you can see, you have a leg down and there is no real second leg down. So this is also confirming more of a bullish bias. Then you have great second entry longs on the way up. This would be okay second entry because now it's a bit more bullish, but it was an inside bar. And yeah, then you have this channel that ended up breaking higher as well. So this was a little bit tricky area because it's hard to find a channel, but still you're looking to go long after you push back above the EMA. So few decent trades. It was a decent day after all. I was holding the runner from this trade pretty much the whole time. So I was just managing it. But yeah, decent price action overall. Just straight up, no conflicting variables after the trend started. So yeah, decent day. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.